Hello and welcome to the Superscript New Comic Minute for the week of Wednesday, June 7th. It's good to be back at Superscript. Thanks for holding it down while I was gone.
No problem.
Bunch of new books out this week. What are you excited about?
Oh, let's see. We've got Groot, #2. Dad Abnett's writing this. And I gotta say, the art in this is great. Art by Damian Cucero and color by Matt Milla. The color is very eye-catching. But this looks great. Love a good Guardians of the Galaxy story featuring Groot. So check that out. That's issue 2. We still got issue 1 on the rack if you want to get caught up. Then we've got Fantastic Four, issue #8. This is the start of a new arc. This series has been great. Man, sometimes I just flip to like the weirdest page only. Anyway, everything's fine in here. It's normal.
Some tasteful,
just a little,
maybe some nudity,
shirtless things.
It's stretchy nudity.
Yeah, it's fine. It's what you expect from Fantastic Four. But yeah, this Ryan North's been writing this, and like I said, this is a new arc. So I think we've got a trade of the first few, right?
Yeah,
at this point, So you could totally get caught up if you haven't been reading this yet.
I think you can just jump in here too if you have like a general understanding of the Fantastic Four. This is a good Fantastic Four book. I've been really liking it.
Yeah, so check that out. Then we got a new one, #1, Loki by Dan Waters. This is I don't know much about what this is gonna get into, but you know, start of a new Loki story is always intriguing to me. Art in this also looks really nice, and if you want to get caught up on some Loki before the show comes back, then this is a good opportunity to do that. Then we got Peacemaker Tries Hard by Kyle Starks, which I think is a good fit for a Peacemaker story with some good like comedy and action is what Kyle Starks does very well. So I think that fits with a Peacemaker story. Looking forward to checking this out. Yeah, this looks cool. I don't know who is the gorilla character. Do you know? Is that like a?
I mean, I don't think it's Gorilla Grodd.
He's like a Rambo looking gorilla.
If it is Gorilla Grodd, but he has become like a Sandinista, then that is something else.
Yeah. So we'll find out here.
I should read that
in Peacemaker Tries
issue
Hard.
1.
Oh wait, this is book 2. Okay, yeah. I must have missed issue 1. So okay, so I'll have to check out issue 1 and then.
I know people liked it a lot.
Yeah.
There's like a part in my brain where I'm like, if we live in a world where there cannot be a Garth Ennis, Steve Dillon Peacemaker, Gorilla, Kyle Starks is the man.
Yeah, I think Kyle Starks will do a good job. Then with the dawn of DC, we got Steelworks #1, written by sci-fi icon and voice of Steel, Michael Dorn.
Also voice and everything else of Worf.
Yeah, but so check out some Michael Dorn, see how I'm curious.
Someone told me he's like written some sci-fi.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know. If he's written other things, but I suppose
it's not Michael Dorn and established writer. Right, it's just Michael Dorn, which leads me to believe he's probably got some chops.
Right. Yeah. So check that out. That's issue 1. Then we've got issue 1 of X-Men Mutant First Strike. This
one
is
shot, I believe.
Oh, okay. So this is a one-shot as part of like preparing before the fall of X. We've got the beginnings of like a checklist in the back here for those of you that want to get prepared for the big fall of X. So this is basically so Steve Orlando's writing this. There's anti-mutant organization that's causing some hardship for the X-Men. And the X-Men are gonna, still do their thing, still try to protect people and whatnot, despite being discriminated against and hunted by this organization, this anti-mutant organization. So that's what's happening there. Then we got Shazam #2 by Mark Waid, also part of the dawn of DC, of all these great new books coming out. We've got a T-Rex in here. Mark Waid and Dan Mora writing this.
Yeah, Mark Waid writing Shazam.
So check that out. More DC, we got The Flash, #800, the 800th Flash, the celebration of Wally West. Big oversized issue featuring a whole ton of writers. Jeff Johns, Mark Waid, Joshua Williamson, Cy Spurrier, tons of names on this oversized celebratory Flash. We got Deadpool Batter Blood #1 by none other than Rob Liefeld, writing you some Deadpool as he does and illustrating. We've got.
I don't think he's drawn it.
Oh no,
No.
I thought.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
pencils
Oh,
and
look at
inks.
that.
Does it all.
Oh.
One-man
Okay.
show. He is Deadpool. Then we got the Milestone Initiative New Talent Showcase. So this is really cool. This is, I believe, 12 different short stories featuring creators of color that are all, as the name suggests, like new talent at DC, or at least newer talent, I guess. So yeah, this is really cool. If you want to see, read some stories from some artists of color, and also check out, some stories by some brand new people.
And the
at
Milestone
DC.
universe is pretty cool right now.
Yeah. So that is for you. Also, this is only $4 for this big
Yeah, for like a
oversized
huge
thing.
spine
Okay,
comic.
that's cool. So definitely check that out. Then we got in trade book 1 of Once Upon a Time at the End of the World by Jason Aaron. So this is like a boy meets girl love story set in a dark, scary apocalyptic future. So there's that. We've got The Hood.
Back in print.
The Saga of Parker Robbins by Brian K. Vaughan. This has The Hood, Dark Reign the Hood, and the material from Dark Reign the Cabal, all written by Brian K. Vaughan. I don't know too much about this, but I'm excited to check it out.
Like Save Runaways is like the last big Marvel thing that
Gotcha.
Brian K. Vaughan did, and it's like,
Ooh, there's some Rick Remender in here too.
yeah.
So, okay, cool.
It's like
Some
kind of
Jeff
right
Parker.
after like Secret Invasion, or a little bit after Secret Invasion.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, looking forward to checking this out. Now back in trade. And then a brand new one of the New York Times bestselling series of Webtoon series, Lore Olympus Volume 2. This has been super popular. Did I say Volume 2? It's Volume 4. We've got the first 3. This has been super popular for us if you want like a new take on Greek mythology. Then Lore Olympus is for you. What have you got over there?
I have a bunch of
lot.
stuff.
That was a
Yeah,
lot.
no, this is a big
This is a
week
long one.
and a weird week too. Like, there's not a whole lot of thematic cohesion between the different books we're talking about. So, as many of you know, Street Fighter came out. For those of you who celebrate, Street Fighter Day was last week. Street Fighter 6 came out, and I've been playing a ton of Street Fighter 6, so I'm very excited for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter, just in time for the period once every decade where I get really into the deep fiction of Street Fighter. And yeah, so I mean, and
Nice.
it's a Turtles book, and it looks. I mean, like this and the Street Fighter book that Udon is putting out. This is IDW, but there's an Udon one. Like the art, is like just great looking. It's it's good kung fu turtle and Street Fighter action.
Nice.
Issue number 2 of Lamentation, which is a horror book by Colin Bunn. Issue 1 I thought was pretty good. Interested to see where it goes. It is more cerebral horror, brought to you by none other than Colin Bunn, who does a lot of really good cerebral horror. Not written by Michael Dorn, but featuring his likeness. We have Star Trek Deep Space Nine, The Dogs of War, issue 3. Worf and Dax get a dog or several dogs. There are a bunch of good Star Trek books coming out. I have not read this one yet, so I cannot speak to its quality, but there is Garrick and a bunch of corgis, so I'm going to assume I love it. This is issue 3. We still got a couple copies of issue 1 and 2 left on the shelf, so still a little time to hop in on this mini. There's a Dalmatian holding a Klingon ceremonial dagger.
Oh, yeah.
I almost said Bat'leth. but
That's
that was
weird.
Incorrect.
It's got to be against some kind of rule, right?
There's nothing in Starfleet regulations that says
Yeah.
dogs can't play baseball.
That's true. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Which I assume is the
Means,
plot
yeah.
of this book.
Yeah.
So Astrobots, this is a Whatnot book. Actually really liked the first issue. If you're like a mecha person and you want to see like a Western take on it, but clearly influenced by like, you know, Eastern Mecca stuff, this was actually really good. This is the first Whatnot book that I've gotten into. And yeah, it looks great. Just like a lot of cool robot art, but and a character who maybe looks a little too much like RC, but for, you know, litigious reasons. But the story is actually pretty good, so I'm interested to see where this goes. It's nice to see Whatnot. You know, they put out a bunch of books all at once, and I wasn't kind of sure if I was going to like any of them, and this one I've dug. Tonally different in every way imaginable. In Hell We Fight by John Layman, writer of Chew and Chew. This is some John Layman goofiness. This is you know, like a dark comedic romp through through the inferno. So excited to read this. I like everything John Layman has done that I've ever read, so I am looking forward to it. Number 2, we've got Tim Seeley on Money Shot Comes Again. This is a sexy space book. The original series, I believe, was Tim Seeley and Sarah Beatty, funny Twitter lady, and Tim Seeley, funny comics person occasionally. And
Is this for adults?
Yeah, this is super for adults. But yeah, if you're looking for a funny, sexy space book, this is definitely it. This is okay. Yeah, not for children. All right. For children, ostensibly, I don't know. It's Dynamite putting out, so it could go any direction. Maleficent. Actually, no, I know this is good for kids stuff. This is the first issue of this was actually really good. Like, if you just like fantasy stories, this actually is not bad. And the art's pretty good. Some care went in making it, which isn't always the case with licensed stuff. So it's good to see that. And then some of you may know, I recently took up fencing, and we have a book about fencing. This is the sequel to a book called Fence. This is Fence Redemption. But I think it's cool because in Western comics, as opposed to like manga, we don't get a ton of like slice of life stuff. And this is very, you know, just like teens growing up.
Definitely don't get a lot of like sports comics.
Yeah. And this is that, and it's not bad. Or at least the first one wasn't. I've not read this yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Boom's putting it out, so Boom also tends to put out some good stuff. And then I've got a couple trades. Man, this is a week. So the first of the Spider-Man trades from Dan Slott, that's End of the Spider-Verse. Dan Slott, one of the best Amazing Spider-Man writers in recent memory, has been writing a non-Amazing Spider-Man book, just a book called Spider-Man, and now you can read it in trade. If you haven't already, you really should. It's really, really good. It is the end of the Spider-Verse, just in time for the Spider-Verse movie, which I hear is excellent. I have not had a chance to see yet. Tiger, I don't know a lot about this.
It's like pirate.
Seven Seas puts out. It's a pirate manga. Oh, okay. This is like an omnibus, so this is, I assume, probably a collection of the first couple. Looks really cool. I could definitely see getting into this. I wonder if there's a pedigree on this that I'm not remembering from when we originally ordered it. Like it looks familiar. Like maybe somebody of note is also writing this. But anyways, yeah, Seven Seas, book about being pirates.
Say no more.
I hear pirate manga. There's another popular one. Perhaps if you are not getting enough pirate manga in your life, that's for you. Batman Fortress. This is a mini that came out, I think, like last year, 2 years ago, or last year. But it's by Gary Whitta, who I love. Gary Whitta, writer of such films as The Book of Eli and Rogue One. Used to write for PC Gamer and like occasional comic writer. So this is really cool. Wonder Woman Historia. This I feel like came out a while ago.
Yeah.
Too, but this is Kelly Sue Dominic. This is a Black Label DC book. This is, Kelly Sue Dominic's great, but this is also, who drew this? This is it Phil Jimenez? This is like one of the best looking comics I've ever read. Winner of 2 2022 Eisner Awards, Best Single Issue and Best Penciler. So it's not just me saying it. So check that out, oversized hardcover. And then the Invincible Universe Compendium Volume 1. So you know how we have the compendiums of like the Invincible books. There were other books that Kirkman put out alongside Invincible that So I'll just say, collects Adam Eve 1 and 2, Invincible presents Adam Eve and Red Explode, Guarding the Globe Volume 2, and the Invincible Universe 1 through 12. So if you can't get enough of Invincible, which I cannot, that comic, I've just reread it, it's so good. This is definitely, I would say, required reading also. I mean, like, you could probably still get the main story of Invincible without it, but this is, you will feel different things reading the main Invincible if you have read all of this stuff too. And it's really cheap for, I mean, this is like $40 for like a lot of comic. Well, speaking of a lot of comic, that's all the comics we have decided to talk about. There's still a bunch of stuff on the table that we didn't even get to today. So please, whether you're watching this on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, let us know what you are interested in reading. And anything else, Nick?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, we'll see you in the shop.
See ya.
Take care.